Here I am. I personally brought you to this moment. It was not a system, it was not luck, and it was not a passing moment of curiosity. It was my hand arranging every detail and guiding your steps until you reached these words. Today something important must awaken inside you, something that has been asleep for a long time, buried beneath fear, tiredness, and the long season of waiting. But now, in my presence, it is ready to rise again. I saw the moment when, deep inside, you admitted that you could not keep going. I heard the quiet cry within you, even when no one else noticed it, even when you smiled on the outside while asking me for a sign inside your heart. This is that sign. I am giving it to you myself. You have never been forgotten. I have never lost control of your story. Every tear has been counted, every sleepless night remembered, every effort you made to keep moving when everything around you told you to give up. I was there. It is not by accident that you are hearing this right now. Something is happening in the spiritual world at this very moment. One season is ending, and another is opening before you. Nothing will remain the same. You will no longer need to chase attention, run after opportunities, or prove your value, because I chose you. I saw you when no one else did. I am the God who lifts into the light what was lived quietly in secret. You asked me for a fresh beginning, and here it is. You asked for direction, and now I am giving it to you. You were looking for confirmation, and I am giving you even more. I am pouring out grace over your life. I'm opening heaven above you. I am breaking the chains that held you back and removing the unseen ties that kept you from moving forward. Doors that once closed without explanation will begin to open with purpose and meaning. It will no longer be about struggling to make things happen, but about walking into what I have prepared. I do not want you to simply survive. I want to see you flourish. I long to see your heart filled with light again, your hope restored, and your trust strong and steady, because I turn deserts into gardens, tears into testimonies, and weariness into strength. I have called you for something greater. That is why I now remind you of everything I promised. The words you heard while praying, the promises you treasured in your heart but almost gave up on. I have not forgotten them. Now is the time for you to begin seeing them fulfilled. You have not yet seen everything I prepared for you. You have not yet experienced all that I planned for your life, but it is much closer than you think. It is so near that one simple act of faith can begin the process. That act begins here and now because every act of obedience creates a breakthrough. Every yes, even spoken softly, releases something. Right now my presence surrounds you, covers you, and gives you strength. Take a deep breath, not out of fear but with expectation, because this breath does not mark an ending. It marks a beginning. This is the breath of renewal, the doorway into a new season. It is the answer your heart had been waiting for over such a long time. As you breathe, listen carefully. Your miracle is not only on its way. Your miracle is already here. It is not an empty hope, but a real work that is beginning to appear in your life. I watched when you gave even though you had little. I saw you help others while you yourself needed help. I saw you reach out your hand even while your own heart was hurting. I saw those nights when you stayed silent because you did not want to wound anyone. I saw every moment when you chose what was right even though you knew it would cost you dearly. I also saw it every time you turned away from the world because you wanted to remain faithful to me. None of those choices were ignored. That is why I now rise to honor you. You cannot fully understand how deeply your faithfulness touched my heart. What you did was never small. What you endured was never ordinary. What others failed to notice was precious in my sight. I tell you that nothing was wasted, not your tiredness, not the tears you cried alone. I gathered every one of them. I heard the prayers you could not finish. I understood the words you never spoke aloud. Now heaven is moving toward you with answers, with honor, and with restoration. What was unfairly taken from you will be returned with even greater blessing. I am touching the areas of your life that everyone else chose to overlook. Brothers and sisters, YouTube has demonetized this channel. Every video is now made at our own cost with zero ad revenue. Every script, edit, and upload is done by a real team serving this ministry with their time and skills, not for a paycheck, but out of love for God and for you. Without your support, continuing this work becomes incredibly difficult. If this ministry has brought value to your life, now is your chance to invest back and help keep the Word of God reaching the world. If these messages have ever moved you or strengthened your faith, please support us on Ko-Fi. Even a small gift goes a long way. The link is pinned in the comments. If you are watching on TV, open your phone camera and scan the QR code on screen. It takes you straight to our support page. Pray over it, and if God leads you, give. Thank you. I am restoring broken relationships, rebuilding your confidence, and shaping your dreams into something even more beautiful than before. What looked lost has only been moved into the right place. What seemed destroyed will rise again on stronger foundations. Listen carefully, because this must stay deep in your heart. The blessing I am preparing for you will not become a burden or bring worry. It will bring freedom, order, and peace. It will prove that I know exactly how to reward my children. I will not lift you up only to leave you confused. I will raise you so you can stand firmly. I will not open doors for you to lose your way. I will open them so you can walk with clear direction. I will teach you to handle blessings with wisdom, receive them with humility, and keep them with honesty, because whatever I place in your hands I also support with my favor. I am already moving resources, people, decisions, and opportunities into place. What has been standing still will begin to move, and it will not be temporary. It will be a strong season filled with blessing. What you are about to experience will become a testimony for others, a sign to those who still doubt, and a confirmation to those who continue waiting. You will not keep these blessings only for yourself. You will become a channel through which others are blessed. Your life will show that with me endings are never defeat, but a transition into something greater. Right now I invite you to answer with faith. Right, I receive this word, not to be noticed by others, but to bring your heart into agreement, not to appear strong, but to trust even while feeling weak. This simple act stirs what has already begun in the unseen and continues the work already taking place inside your spirit. As you do this, let your heart open, because the harvest never begins in the field. It begins in the heart. Here I am, still speaking to you with the same closeness I showed when you believed no one noticed your journey. Do not think these words were only meant to encourage you for a moment. They bring direction, focus, and a key for what is ahead, because what I am doing in your life is not small or random. I am closing one season with perfect care and opening another with authority that does not depend on how you feel today, but on what I decided long ago. I want you to understand this. The tiredness you carried was not proof that you were defeated. It was the result of carrying too much. You have carried more than your share. You have carried silence, responsibility, pressure, and the expectations of others, and still you kept moving. But now I tell you that things will not continue the same way. I am putting your life back in order. I am removing unnecessary weight. I am arranging your priorities. I am separating what is urgent from what truly matters. And I am giving you clear vision again, because clear direction is one of my gifts. Much of your pain did not come because you lacked ability. It came because you lacked true rest. That rest is more than sleep. It is learning to trust again. It is no longer believing that everything depends on you. It is knowing that my hand is never late. It always arrives at the perfect time. I have been working even when all you could see were closed doors. I have been protecting you even when you thought my silence meant I was gone. But I tell you that my silence is also part of my plan. While you did not understand, I was building your character. While you kept asking, I was making your heart stronger. While you waited, I was preparing everything. What is coming is not only financial blessing. What is coming is a whole new level of life. A new level requires maturity, clear vision, and a heart free from fear and bitterness. That is why I allowed certain things to stop. That is why some people could not remain with you. That is why some paths were closed. It was not rejection. It was direction. It was not abandonment. It was rescue. I would never allow you to step into something new while still carrying old chains. I would never let you enter abundance with a heart trapped in a mindset of lack. I would never allow you to receive a great miracle while your heart was worn out. Now that you have reached this place, I tell you this is where everything begins to move. What once looked stuck starts moving quickly. What once seemed impossible begins to fit together. What once felt far away begins coming closer. You will begin to see clear signs, not confusing ones. You will receive real confirmation, not small pieces that leave you uncertain. You will not need to chase them with worry because they will come to you in peace. When I open a door, I do not force you to run. I simply make the way clear for you to move forward. I have been teaching you how to recognize my voice in the middle of all the noise. That is why today I speak to your heart, not only to your mind. Your mind has carried many questions, but your heart needs confidence, and I am giving that to you now. You are safe in my hands. Your future is not uncertain or drifting. It is protected and covered by me. That is why I can tell you with complete authority that no human power can stop what I have already planned for your life. I do not say this so you will become proud. I say it so you can finally rest. Rest, because the miracle I promised does not depend on your fear or struggle. It depends on my faithfulness. In this new season you will make decisions, but they will come from confidence instead of fear. You will no longer choose because of pressure. You will choose with assurance. I will give you practical wisdom, clear understanding, simple strategies, and steady steps. I will not leave you confused or halfway through the journey, because whenever I begin something, I always complete it in my perfect time, in my perfect way, with real results. Listen carefully to this. The blessing that is coming is not only to show that I can provide for you. It is to show that I can raise you up. It will be a complete answer. It will restore your dignity. It will bring peace to your home, stability to your mind, order to your finances, and healing to your body. I do not bless only one part of your life. I bring balance and fullness. I am also leading you away from relationships that drain your strength and toward people who encourage and honor you. They will not take advantage of you. They will celebrate your growth instead of competing against you. When that happens, you will know it was not luck. It was my hand leading every step. As I told you before, keep breathing with expectation, keep walking in faith, and keep your heart open, because in this season you will begin to see the seeds you planted in secret growing into something beautiful. Do not rush to understand every detail. Simply remain close to me. What I am opening before you is not only a single moment. It is a new season. In this season you will experience blessing with purpose, prosperity with direction, and a miracle that does not only arrive but continues to remain. I am here, strengthening your heart so it will not turn back just as everything begins falling into place. Sometimes something new can feel unfamiliar even when it is a blessing. I need you to see change as confirmation instead of danger. What is happening is not a passing feeling. It is a deep work of restoration. I am putting back into place what was out of order. I am gathering what had been scattered and bringing peace where there was pressure. What once seemed confusing is becoming clear. What once seemed far away is coming near. This is not an ending. It is the beginning of something new. It is a beginning filled with order, wisdom, and balance, because you are no longer walking as someone searching for direction. You are walking with clear purpose. Along this path there will be tests, not to embarrass you but to strengthen you. So you will know that everything has been prepared by me, and so you can walk with confidence every step of the way. The blessing I am releasing will not become a burden. It will bring freedom. It will not become a reason for pride, but a tool to bless others. It will not erase every painful memory. It will stand as the reward for your faithfulness. If these words have reached you, receive them as a prophetic message and prepare yourself to keep receiving everything heaven is pouring into your life. This is not a distraction. It is nourishment, direction, and my presence. Every time you answer with faith, something new begins in your story. You will understand it. The atmosphere around you will begin to change. Conversations will begin to change. New opportunities will appear, and my favor will surround you so clearly that even those who once doubted will recognize it. They will know it was not luck, influence, or coincidence. It was me. It was my hand. It was my promise being fulfilled. One day, when you look back, you will understand that every season of waiting had a purpose, every painful step belonged to the journey, and every silent moment prepared the way for the voice now speaking on your behalf. I am making room for you, arranging the right timing, and expanding the way you see. I am calling your name, and when I call, nothing can stand against it. I am setting unseen things into motion. What looked frozen and unanswered is now beginning to open because of the power of my voice. What remained hidden, waiting for the right time, is now starting to appear. You are no longer living in a season of standing still. You are stepping into a season of divine movement. Agreements that were delayed, decisions that remained unfinished, and roads that once seemed closed are now lining up with my purpose. You believed everything had stopped, but I was working quietly. I was moving people, changing situations, and arranging circumstances. When you prayed and thought nothing was happening, heaven was already at work. Everything I prepare is done with great care, and I never release it too early. But when I do, nothing can stop it. I am opening doors that once remained shut. Doors you tried to open with your own effort, but that will now open through one simple step of obedience without struggle. There will be no pressure or exhaustion. Everything will happen at the right time with peace and ease because I am the God who opens doors that no one can shut. I break locks that once seemed impossible to move. The answer you believed was delayed is now becoming clear. The person who needed to change is already being stirred. The opportunity that looked too far away is now coming closer to you. When I rise to act, no argument, system, or human plan can stand against me. What was held back now begins to flow. It is not by accident that you are hearing these words today. This is a direct confirmation. As you continue walking in faith, I continue working for you. What I do is never small, symbolic, or incomplete. It is full and complete. I do not simply repair one part. I transform everything. When I step into your situation, nothing stays the same. I am breaking every barrier, including the ones inside your own heart. I am removing thoughts that held you back, beliefs that made you retreat, and old patterns that stopped your growth. All of this is changing now because outward freedom always begins with inward freedom. I want you to see through my eyes, think with my wisdom, and walk with confidence instead of fear. I have brought you out of standing still, and now I am moving you forward, not in confusion but in perfect alignment with heaven. This new movement respects the process, yet it carries the mark of my promise. You will not be left behind. You will not lose what belongs to you. I am restoring lost time, bringing back missed opportunities, and creating new paths for you. The road that once looked blocked is being redesigned. People who once overlooked you will begin to seek you out. Places you believed were closed will open in ways only I can make possible. Do not fear the speed of what is coming. Stay close to me. Do not try to control the pace. Simply keep walking beside me. I am your guide, and I know exactly where I am leading you. I am pouring my favor over your journey. Where there was once resistance, there will now be ease. Where there was delay, there will now be progress. Where there was confusion, there will now be clear direction. And when your heart trembles because of the unknown, remember this: you are not entering a season just to survive. You are entering a season to become established. You are not being pushed into uncertainty. You are being led into promise. I will personally care for every detail. I will hold everything I place in your hands. I will give you the wisdom to manage it and the peace to enjoy it. I do not only want to bless you. I want to strengthen you, shape you, and place you where what you receive will remain and become a complete blessing. Here I am, continuing to build your heart so you can carry everything I am about to place in your hands. Because I do not want you to only see the door open. I want you to walk through it with peace. I do not want you to receive these blessings in a rush. I want you to receive them with steady confidence. I have seen how your mind became used to expecting problems and how your heart learned to protect itself from being hurt again. But today I tell you that you will no longer live expecting disappointment. You will live expecting my favor. You will no longer move forward with fear in your heart. You will move ahead with confidence in your spirit. What I am doing is not just an outward change. It is a deep transformation. I am giving you a new way of thinking, a new way of responding, and a new way of living, because for so long you prepared yourself only to survive, and now I am preparing you to flourish without losing who you are. I am teaching you to receive without guilt, to celebrate without fear, and to rest without believing you have failed. I am removing the hidden weight inside you that kept saying good things never last, joy is unsafe, and peace is fragile. That voice does not come from me. I did not create you to live in constant defense. Listen carefully. My favor does not come wrapped in confusion. It does not arrive with anxiety or exhausting conditions. It comes with order. It comes with clear direction. It comes with peace. When you see it appear, you will know it was not by chance because it will carry the mark of my presence. What I open for you will never require you to compromise yourself, lower your dignity, or go against your heart. What I open will lift you with honor. There were many areas where you stayed faithful even when no one applauded you, even when people did not understand you, and even when the results took a long time. I tell you now that your faithfulness was never wasted. Your perseverance became the seed. Your discipline became an offering. Your quiet endurance became worship. Now the answer is coming that changes everything. I have never ignored your journey. I have never overlooked your hidden effort. I have never forgotten your obedience in the small things. When you believed no one noticed, I was watching it all. In this new season I will give you wisdom to choose correctly. Not everything that looks attractive is meant for you. Not every open door belongs in your path. Not every voice calling your name hath been sent by me. But do not be afraid, because I will give you clear understanding. You will sense a peace inside you that confirms what is right, and you will also feel a warning when something is wrong. You will learn to say no without guilt and yes without fear, and that wisdom will protect you. Blessing without wisdom becomes pressure, but blessing with wisdom becomes a lasting inheritance. I am also bringing order into your home. I am not speaking only about your house. I am speaking about the atmosphere around you. Where there was tension, I will bring peace. Where there were endless arguments, I will bring understanding. Where there was deep exhaustion, I will bring rest. I will create a different atmosphere, and you will not have to force it. Others will notice it. They will feel that something has changed. When I establish my peace, the unseen comes into order and the visible follows. Remember this well. You are not receiving these words only to feel encouraged. You are receiving them so you can take your place with confidence, because a season is coming when you must remain steady even while receiving good news. It also takes strength to carry a blessing well. It takes a secure identity so you do not lose yourself when favor increases. It takes humility so you never forget where I brought you from. It takes faith so you do not become doubtful when everything finally begins to move. That is why I am shaping your heart so you will not hold yourself back, return to old habits, or become afraid of good things. I am teaching you to walk with clear purpose, to use your time wisely, to guard your thoughts, to protect your peace, to manage what I give you, to stay close to the right people, and to let go of the need to prove yourself, because in the season you do not need to convince anyone. I myself will stand behind you. I myself will speak on your behalf. I myself will open the doors before you. I will bring the right people into your life myself, and when it happens, it will not come through pressure, manipulation, or exhaustion. It will come through perfect alignment. What is coming into your life will bring growth, but it will also bring responsibility, and I will stay with you through both. I will give you strength to carry responsibility and joy to enjoy the growth. I will give you wisdom to move ahead and rest so you remain healthy. I do not want you to succeed and fall apart. I want you to succeed and stay strong. I want you to receive with peace and enjoy what you have without fear. I want you to grow while keeping a tender heart. So do not be surprised if these days you feel that certain old struggles are ending, as if things that once controlled you no longer have the same hold. That is because I am setting you free. I am removing mental chains, healing old wounds, and restoring your confidence. As this happens, your faith will become simpler, stronger, and purer. It will no longer be desperate faith. It will become steady faith. Stay close to me. Do not turn back, do not become distracted, and do not think little of yourself, because this is not fading away. It is becoming established. When my favor is firmly placed upon your life, no one can take it away. What I begin in you will continue. What I place in your hands will be supported, and everything I promised will become clearly visible. Here I am, and through these words I am sealing in your heart what has already started in the unseen. I am not speaking to give you a passing feeling of excitement. I am speaking so you will remain steady when real change begins to appear. The season you are walking through is not easy, but it is holy. What once felt like delay is becoming a platform. What seemed like weariness is becoming strength and authority. What once looked like silence is now turning in your favor. Heaven responds to faith. Heaven recognizes those who continue believing without seeing, and you have been one of them. You kept your faith alive when everything suggested you should give up. You spoke to me in your thoughts when you did not have the strength to pray aloud. You held on even while you were tired, confused, and unable to see any clear sign. That touched my heart because I do not judge your outward actions. I look at your heart. What I am bringing into your life will surprise even those who believe it was too late for you. It will amaze those who only looked at appearances. What I will do through your life will become a sign to many. It will be living proof that I still keep my promises, not only general promises but personal ones, including the promises you once held on to in faith. I am restoring what seemed lost to the center of your journey. I am bringing forgotten dreams back to life. I am giving new strength to what had become weak, light to what was dark, and direction where confusion once ruled. You will no longer move ahead without knowing the way. I am giving you clear vision, deeper spiritual understanding, and renewed wisdom. Do not ignore the signs I placed before you. Do not call my work a coincidence simply because it appears in simple ways. I am the God who works through the smallest details, at the perfect time and in the exact moment. This is one of those moments. This is a day set apart to leave a mark on your life. It is a day when something is awakened, something is changed, and something is confirmed in heaven. So write the number 77s as a prophetic sign that you agree with this freedom. Do it as an act of faith that responds to what I am doing. It is not a magical number. It is a sign of agreement. It is a spiritual response, like lifting your hand and saying, I believe, and the one who believes receives. I tell you that your time will no longer pass without purpose. I am speeding up your journey, arranging your path, and placing you where you once believed you could never reach. You will not arrive carrying fear, guilt, or heavy burdens. You will arrive with peace, wisdom, and authority. I am not only opening new paths before you, I am making you known as someone who carries my presence. People will look at you and recognize that something is different. You will see peace where there was once fear. You will stand firm where doubt used to control you. Others will notice in you something that can only come from heaven, and your life will become a quiet yet powerful testimony. This is the beginning of a new season, a season where you will be led instead of lost, where you will become steady instead of unstable. It all starts with one simple step of faith, an agreement in your heart that says, I believe. When you come into agreement with me, nothing can stop what I have already decided to do. Do not keep looking behind you. Do not focus on past failures, long delays, or the things that did not happen the way you expected. I am the God who restores lost time, who turns waiting into testimony and pain into glory. Now I am calling you to take your next step. It is a spiritual response, a movement of faith. Heaven is open over your life, and nothing will remain the same. The blessing I am giving you does not come by itself. It comes with direction, purpose, and the need for wisdom. Receiving is not enough. You must also know how to care for what I place in your hands. Many people lost what I gave them because they stopped listening after they received it. They confused my provision with the freedom to walk without me. But your story will be different. I will not place you in a new season and then leave you. I will not open doors only to leave you standing alone. I walk beside you, and I want you to keep walking with me. What I am building in your life is not a single amazing event. It is a new way of living. It is a life of depending on me, staying close to me, and living with lasting purpose. You were not called only to receive blessings. You were called to care for them and lead them wisely. I am teaching you to understand the right seasons, to recognize when I am speaking, to know when to wait and when to move ahead. Prosperity without guidance brings confusion, and abundance without wisdom leads to waste. But when you listen to my voice, everything comes into order, everything bears fruit, and everything grows in a healthy way. Do not chase only what I can give you. Seek me first, because when you have me, nothing is missing. When you listen to me, you avoid needless mistakes, dangerous paths, and distractions that look like opportunities. I am sharpening your spiritual hearing so you will know my voice even in the middle of noise and sense my presence even on difficult days. You will need my direction because what I am placing into your hands is great. It will require maturity, patience, and wisdom. That is why I am training you. I am making you stronger deep inside, filling your spirit with wisdom, and giving your mind firm stability. You will not lose your way in the middle of blessing. You will grow through it, become stronger because of it, and use it to bless others. Remember, I am not the God of only special moments. I am the God who works through every step of the journey. What I am doing in your life is not a display meant to impress people. It is a lasting work built to remain. It will touch not only your life but also the lives of those who come after you. That is why I teach you to listen before acting, to understand before deciding, and to remain steady before moving forward. I do not only give you resources, I also give you wisdom. I do not only open doors, I also show you the path. I do not only perform miracles, I also reveal truth so you understand every step, every seed, and every harvest. When you understand, you honor what I have given, and when you honor it, it grows. The increase I am bringing is not only financial. It will also reach your emotions, your spirit, your calling, and your family. I want to see your mind enlarged, your heart free, and your home filled with peace. I want to see your faith become stronger, your vision become clearer, and your walk become steady. Everything begins with one simple choice: listening. You have listened to me until now, and that is why you have come this far. But there is still more ahead. To receive that more, you must keep listening. Stay sensitive to my voice. Do not treat these words as ordinary. They are instruction from heaven, loving guidance, and a call to maturity. I am placing my trust in you, and everyone who receives my trust also receives responsibility. Keep your spirit awake.